Yesterday's weather was so hot. Today's weather is so cold and pleasant. Tomorrow's weather will be cloudy. Any guess what are we going to study? We are going to study about weather and climate. Okay, so what is weather and climate? See, the daily changes in temperature, humidity, this is called weather. ये जो वेदर है ना, ये रोज बदलता रहता है. आज क्लाउडी है, कल सनी भी हो सकती है, परसों बहुत ज्यादा ह्यूमिडिटी हो सकती है, फिर ठंड भी पड़ सकती है अचानक से. सो दिस चेंजेस which is occurring on a daily basis, that is called weather. Okay, so we are going to study about weather and climate today. Okay, so now I have told you what is weather. So what is weather? The daily changes. So weather जो है वो daily बदलता रहता है. ठीक है. So the daily changes in weather is called, the daily changes in temperature, humidity is called weather. और जो climate है, climate change occurs after 35 to 40 years. Okay, the climate of a place changes after 35 to 40 years. ठीक है. So daily changes in humidity, rainfall, temperature, pressure, this is called weather. ठीक है. weather जो है वो रोज बदलता रहता है, लेकिन जो climate है वो after 35 to 40 years बदलता है. ठीक है. So this is the first difference. Okay, what will be the second difference weather और climate में? See, weather जो है, weather is calculated for a short period of time. ठीक है. यहाँ पे weather is calculated for a short period of time, but climate is calculated for a longer period of time. As you can see, 35 to 40 years. So it is calculated for a longer duration. Okay, longer period of time. So these are the two main differences which you need to know. Okay, the difference between weather and climate. Okay, now we will study about the different elements of weather. जब हम weather बोलते हैं तब उसमें क्या क्या चीजें आती है. So अब ये शुरू करने से पहले अब आप ये बताओ कि जब आपकी स्कूल असेंबली में जब वेदर फोरकास्ट बोला जाता है ना, तो वहाँ पे स्टूडेंट क्या बोलते हैं? What does the student say while telling the weather forecast during the assembly? The student informs about you all today's temperature, humidity, visibility, okay, pressure. These are the things which are included under weather. So, what are the different elements of weather? The different elements of weather are temperature. See, elements of weather. ठीक है. वेदर, जब हम वेदर बोलते हैं तब इसमें कौन कौन सी चीजें आती हैं? तो इसमें आ जाते हैं हमारा टेम्परेचर, एयर टेम्परेचर आता है, फिर ह्यूमिडिटी आता है. ठीक है. एयर टेम्परेचर, ह्यूमिडिटी, देन विजिबिलिटी. विजिबिलिटी कितनी है? विजिबिलिटी कम है कि ज्यादा है. देन नेक्स्ट इज क्लाउडीनेस. ठीक है. विंड वेलोसिटी कितनी है. एक और है प्रेसिपिटेशन. प्रेसिपिटेशन मीन्स बारिश. ओके. सो दीज विंड मैंने लिख दिया. ठीक है. सो दीज आर द इम्पोर्टेंट एलिमेंट्स ऑफ वेदर. जब हम वेदर बोलते हैं आज का वेदर ऐसा है, तो वेदर में ये सब चीजें आ जाती हैं. ठीक है. तो whenever you must have heard during the assembly, a student must be giving you the weather forecast. So what all things are included under the weather forecast? Here temperature, humidity. Today's humidity is 74%. Today's visibility is 20%. Cloudiness is इतना percent. वो बोलता है. ठीक है. तो all these things are included under weather. Okay. So these are the main elements of weather. Now we will see that what is insolation and terrestrial radiation. Okay. Okay. Now see, what is insolation? Insolation. क्या इस वर्ड से आप कोई और वर्ड बना पा रहे हो? सोचो तो एक और वर्ड बन जाएगा. एक नहीं, 3 वर्ड बनेगा. देखो ऐसे, इन से इनकमिंग. ठीक है. व्हाट इज इंसोलेशन? सी, इन से इनकमिंग, सोलर से solar or sun radiation. Okay, so insolation stands for incoming solar radiation. जो धूप की किरणें जो अर्थ पे आती हैं, that is called insolation. Okay, during daytime the sunlight which we get from the sun, that is called insolation. Okay, insolation stands for, insolation is the short form. ठीक है, insolation stands for incoming solar radiation. ठीक है, ओके. नाउ व्हाट इज टेरेस्ट्रियल रेडिएशन? अच्छा देखो, अब क्या होता है कि ड्यूरिंग डे टाइम द अर्थ इज गेटिंग हीटेड अप. ओके, द लैंड इज ऑल्सो गेटिंग वेरी वेरी हीटेड अप. बट व्हाट हैपेंस ड्यूरिंग नाइट टाइम? What happens during night time? See, during night time the land gets cooled, and when the land gets cooled, then it radiates back the heat to the atmosphere, back to the atmosphere. So what, this is the land. Okay, during daytime this land has absorbed sufficient heat. Okay, but what will happen during night time? During night time this land will cool down. Okay, how it will cool down? It will send back the heat, whatever it has absorbed, it will send back the heat to the atmosphere. Okay, so the heat which is radiated back from the land to back to the atmosphere during night time is called terrestrial radiation. Is called terrestrial radiation. Okay, clear everyone? So what is the difference between insolation and terrestrial radiation? Now if I ask you, I hope you will be able to answer. See, insolation takes place during daytime, terrestrial radiation takes place during night time. Okay, insolation is the heat rays, are the heat rays which are entering the earth, which are coming towards the earth. It is, insolation stands for incoming solar radiation, incoming जो आ रहा है अर्थ की तरफ. But terrestrial radiation is that radiation which is going out. Okay, which is sent back by the land to the atmosphere. Okay, it happens during night time. एक दिन में होता है, एक रात में होता है. यहाँ पे रेडिएशन आती है, यहाँ पे रेडिएशन चली जाती है back to the atmosphere. These two are the basic differences between insolation and terrestrial radiation. Okay, now we will study about the distribution of temperature. How is temperature distributed throughout the globe? Okay, now see, this is very important diagram. 0 degree, ये है 0 degree, 0 to 10 या 5 मान लो, कुछ भी मान सकते हो. 0 to 10 degree नॉर्थ और 10 डिग्री साउथ. ठीक है, फिर 23.5 degree north, 23.5 degree south, 66.5 degree north, 66.5 degree south. This is 90 degree north, this is 90 degree south. ठीक है, this diagram is called the heat zones of the earth. ठीक है, इसे हम कहते हैं heat zones. इससे हमें पता चलता है कि कौन से एरिया में ठंड ज्यादा है, कौन से एरिया में गर्मी ज्यादा है. ओके, नाउ सी, कैसे पता चलता है? सी, दिस इज द इक्वेटोरियल रीजन. नाउ द मेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ द इक्वेटोरियल रीजन इज दैट द सन रेज fall directly here. Okay, the sun rays are falling directly here. So this region is very very hot. Okay, this is called the torrid zone. This is called the equatorial region also. Okay, this is called the torrid zone or the equatorial region. Here the temperature is very very hot. Here the precipitation will be always very high. बहुत बारिश होगी, गर्मी बहुत ज्यादा होगी, तो फिर बारिश भी बहुत ज्यादा होगी. Okay, so this is the torrid zone or the equatorial zone. Then 23.5 degree north, यहाँ ये वाला जो रीजन है इसे हम कहते हैं टेम्परेट जोन. दिस इज द टेम्परेट जोन. हियर अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है, देखो टॉर्रिड जोन इतना गर्म क्यों है, व्हाई दिस रीजन इज वेरी हॉट, बिकॉज द सन रेज आर फॉलिंग डायरेक्टली ऑन द इक्वेटर ऑफ द टॉर्रिड जोन ऑन दिस रीजन स्पेसिफिकली, सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस रीजन इज वेरी वेरी हॉट। बट यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, द सन रेज आर स्लाइटली स्लांटेड, द सन रेज आर स्लाइटली स्लांटेड, दैट्स व्हाई this region, the temperate zone or the temperate region is neither too hot nor too cold. यहाँ पे ना तो गर्मी ज्यादा है ना सर्दी ज्यादा है। ओके, इंडिया लाइज इन दी टेम्परेट जोन, इंडिया में ना तो गर्मी ज्यादा है ना सर्दी ज्यादा है। ओके, वी आर इन द टेम्परेट जोन। ओके, व्हाई, अब यहाँ पे ऐसा क्यों है, बिकॉज द सन रेज आर स्लांटेड, आर स्लाइटली स्लांटेड। ओके, अब वी मूव टू दी frigid zone. This is the frigid zone. What happens in the frigid zone? See, the sun rays are very very slanted. See this, the sun rays are very very slanted. यहाँ पे तो आते आते चली जाती है सनलाइट, कहाँ रहेगी यहाँ पे, देखो कहाँ पे मिल रही है, बहुत कम, इतने एटमॉस्फेयर से होके सनलाइट को जाना पड़ रहा है। ओके, सो यहाँ पे बहुत कम सनलाइट होती है। Okay, so see here in the frigid zone, the sun rays are highly slanted. Okay, the sun rays are excessively slanted. That's why the frigid zone here, in the frigid zone, the temperature is very very low. Okay, that's why glaciers, ice caps are found here in the frigid zone. Okay, Greenland is found in the frigid zone. Okay, Antarctica also comes in the frigid zone. Okay, these are the countries which fall in the frigid zone. Here the temperature is very very low. They are always covered with ice caps and glaciers. Why? Because the sun rays are very very slanted. Okay, so in a nutshell what we can say, that all the countries which lie in the torrid zone, they are excessively hot. Why? Because the sun rays are coming directly, they are falling directly here. That's why. In the temperate zone, the temperature is neither too hot nor too cold. Why? Because the sun rays are slightly slanted. See, the sun rays are slightly slanted. But what happens in the frigid zone? The sun rays are excessively slanted. Okay, the sun rays are excessively slanted. Also, the sun rays have to pass through a lot of atmosphere, through a thick part of the atmosphere before reaching this place. So that's why this region gets very little sunlight, and so here the temperature is very very cold and ice caps and glaciers are found. Okay, I hope it is clear till here. Okay, if you have any problem, any query, then you can surely mention your question in the comment section below. Okay, and I hope it is clear till here. If it is clear, don't forget to like the video. So now we will study about atmospheric pressure. We will see that what is atmospheric pressure, what is the atmospheric pressure on earth, and what are the different factors which controls atmospheric pressure. Okay, so let's start with first atmospheric pressure. Okay, now see, this is the earth, and earth has got a layer of gases around it. You all know that this is the atmosphere. Okay, so now this atmosphere, it exerts a pressure on all the human beings. Okay, this atmosphere exerts a pressure on all the human beings which are living inside the planet Earth. Okay, this is called atmospheric pressure. Okay, but we human beings, we are not able to feel the pressure. Why? See, we are not able to feel the pressure because our bodies are also exerting a counter pressure which is balancing the atmospheric pressure which is coming from here. Okay, so body से जो pressure जा रहा है और यहाँ से जो pressure आ रहा है, that is balancing each other, वो balance हो जाता है. Okay, so that's why because of this reason we are not able to feel the atmospheric pressure. ठीक है? So what is atmospheric pressure? Atmospheric pressure is the pressure which is exerted by the atmosphere on all the human beings which are present inside the earth. But we human beings, we are not able to feel the atmospheric pressure. Why? Because our bodies are also exerting a pressure which is balancing, which is counterbalancing the pressure, the atmospheric pressure. Okay. Another important thing which you need to know is that what is the normal atmospheric pressure? See, normal atmospheric pressure is 76 centimeter or 1016 millibars. Okay. Pressure is measured with the help of an instrument which is called barometer. Okay, and on barometer the readings are shown in millibars. Okay, so it is either 76 centimeter or 1016 millibars. This is the normal atmospheric pressure. Okay, so now we will see the different factors which influences atmospheric pressure. The first and the most important factor which influences atmospheric pressure is temperature. Now, how it influences atmospheric pressure? Now see very carefully. Suppose this is a land. Okay, this is the land, and what is happening during daytime? During daytime, the sun rays are falling on the land. Okay, during daytime, the sun rays are falling on the land. So the land is getting heated up. Okay, now when the land is getting heated up, then what is happening? The air which is coming in contact with the land, that is also getting heated up. Okay, so when the land is heated up, then what is happening? The air which is coming in contact with the land, that is also getting heated up. Okay, now heated air or warm air has got the property of rising up. Okay, warm air or heated air has got the property of rising up. So when the warm air rises up, then it creates a region of vacuum. This region of vacuum is called the region of low pressure. Okay, understood? So what is happening during daytime? When the sun rays are falling on the land, then the land is getting heated up. Okay, when the land is getting heated up, then what is happening? The air which is coming in contact with the land, that is also getting heated up. Now heated air or warm air, you must have studied in physics that when warm air rises up, it creates a region of low pressure. The same thing is given, must be given in your physics book also. Okay, so warm air has got the property of rising up, and where warm air rises up, it creates a region of low pressure. Okay, now this warm air, ये ऊपर चलता ही जाता है. It is going up and up and up, and it is passing through different layers of the atmosphere. But as the warm air is moving up, it is getting cooled down also, because जैसे जैसे height बढ़ती है, temperature falls down. अभी आप लखनऊ में हो तो आपको गर्मी लग रही है, but as soon as you will go to Manali, then temperature will fall down. Okay, so with height temperature decreases. Okay, तो जैसे ही ये गर्म हवा जब ऊपर उठना शुरू करेगी, it will be cooled down. Okay, now when it will be cooled down, then it will become cold air, and cold air has got the property of coming down. Warm air has got the property of rising up, and cold air has got the property of coming down. So cold air will sink down and it will create a region of high pressure. ठीक है, तो जब गर्म हवा ऊपर चली जाती है, then it creates a region of low pressure, and when cold air sinks down, then it creates a region of high pressure. Understood? I hope this point is clear now. Okay, so what does this point say? What does this temperature point say? How temperature, if someone asks you how temperature influences atmospheric pressure, then what will you say? In one line you can say that when the temperature is very high, it creates low pressure, and when the temperature is very low, then it creates high pressure. ठीक है, गर्म हवा ऊपर उठती है, that's why it creates low pressure, और जब ठंडी हवा नीचे की तरफ आ जाती है, then it creates high pressure. Okay, I hope this is clear now. Now the second point is density. Okay, see, density. Now see how density influences atmospheric pressure. This is the plain region and this is the mountain region. This is Manali and this is Lucknow. Okay, so you are in Lucknow and there is a person in Manali. ठीक है, यहाँ पे भी एक person है. ठीक है, अब क्या हो रहा है देखो, यहाँ पे in the plains the amount of dust particles in the air is very very high. यहाँ पे बहुत गाड़ी चलती है, बहुत से industries है, and because of these things the amount of dust particles in the atmosphere क्या होता है, यहाँ पे plains में it is very very high, but in the mountains the amount of dust particles is low. Okay, so when the amount of dust particles in the atmosphere is high, then pressure is also very high, and when the amount of dust particles in the atmosphere is less, then pressure is also less. ठीक है? This thing you should know. Okay, when the amount of dust particles in the atmosphere is very, very high, then pressure is also very high. Okay, and when the amount of dust particles in the atmosphere is less, then pressure is also very less. Okay, so how will you explain this point, density point, in one line? If we go to the plains, then the density of the air is very high, and so it causes high pressure. But when we go to the mountains or when altitude increases, then the amount of dust particles in the atmosphere decreases, and so because of this the pressure comes down. ठीक है? Okay, now we will see the third point. Okay, now the third point is altitude. Okay, the third point is altitude, or the height of a place above mean sea level. Okay, so how does altitude influences atmospheric pressure? Again, see the same diagram. You are living in the plains, okay, and a person is living on the mountain. ठीक है, यहाँ पे भी एक पर्सन है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे जो पर्सन रहेगा होगा, इसके ऊपर प्रेशर हमेशा ज्यादा होगा. A person who is living in the plains, he will experience a comparatively greater pressure than the person who is living on the mountains. Why? Because माउंटेन ऊंचा है, और मानो चलो ठीक है, यहाँ पे हम वो करते हैं, एटमॉस्फेयर है. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से यहाँ का डिस्टेंस बहुत कम है ना माउंटेन टॉप का, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, कम प्रेशर एक्सर्ट करेगा. सी द डिस्टेंस इज लेस हियर बिटवीन एटमॉस्फेयर एंड माउंटेन. आप बहुत ऊपर चले जाते हो तब प्रेशर बहुत कम होता है. ठीक है, दैट्स वाई नोज ब्लीडिंग स्टार्ट्स. प्रेशर बहुत कम हो जाता है वहां पे. ओके, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आप एटमॉस्फेयर के बहुत पास चले जाते हो, और इसीलिए एटमॉस्फेयर एक्सर्ट्स लो प्रेशर. बट यहाँ पे क्या है, यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो कि इतना लंबा एक डिस्टेंस है, इतना बड़ा डिस्टेंस है. ओके, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस ह्यूज डिस्टेंस इट इज क्रिएटिंग अ हाई प्रेशर. ओके, यहाँ पे एटमॉस्फेयर मतलब आप सोचो कि आपके ऊपर इतना प्रेशर है, इतना जगह का प्रेशर है, ऐसे सोचो. ठीक है, आप यहाँ पे खड़े हो, यू आर स्टैंडिंग हियर, एंड टॉप ऑफ यू देर इज सो मच ऑफ प्रेशर. बट वेन यू आर स्टैंडिंग हियर, देन देर इज सो लेस प्रेशर. ओके, सो वेन you are in the plains, when you are in the low altitude regions, then the pressure is very high. Okay, but when you go to the mountain tops, when you go to hill stations, then the pressure which is coming on you is so less. That's why the pressure is low here. Okay, it is low pressure. Understood? Okay, so now the next thing which influences atmospheric pressure is amount of moisture which is present in the atmosphere. Okay, now how does this moisture influences atmospheric pressure? Now see, moisture, this must be very surprising for you all, that moisture has got less weight. Moisture has got less weight as compared to any other gas which is present in the atmosphere. Okay, moisture has got less weight even than oxygen or nitrogen, the predominant gases. Okay, so when moisture, I told you that moist air has got less weight. So, okay, so now what will happen to the moist air? Moist air will move up and it will create a region of low pressure. Okay, so remember that moist air always exerts a low pressure and dry air always exerts high pressure. Dry air में क्या होता है? High pressure. But moist air always exerts low pressure. Why? Because moist air is comparatively lighter than oxygen or nitrogen. Okay, so lighter air has got the property of rising up. So when anything rises up in the atmosphere, then it creates a region of low pressure. But ये जो dry air होता है ना, that is comparatively heavier. इसीलिए वो नीचे की तरफ आते हैं, और जब चीज नीचे की तरफ आती है, then it creates high pressure. I hope these points are clear to you all now. Okay, so these are the important points you need to know. 4 important things, okay, which affects atmospheric pressure. If you like today's video, or if you think that if you have gained something interesting or something if you have added up in your knowledge, then please don't forget to like this video and share the video with your classmates. Okay, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay,